Join us in this detailed tutorial from our expert trainer who walks you through each step. Let's get started.
So there are a couple ways that we can create issues, but probably the most popular way is just to click on the Create button at the top. Or I guess if you have a smaller display, it switches to a plus, maybe if you're on mobile. But the other way to create an issue other than using this button is to use the keyboard shortcut C for Create. Do that, opens up the Create Issue screen. Well, the basics of filling in information is straightforward. But let's understand some more of how this screen works and how it's laid out. So everything below this divider line are fields. So all of these are fields. The fields that you see in an issue are controlled by the two drop downs above this divider line. And it's hierarchical, so it's top to bottom. The project and then the issue type. You change the project, that changes the issue types available within that project. And then the issue type that you select will control what fields you see below it. For example, if I were to, you can see we have a couple issue types in this project that we just created. If I were to change this to maybe another project that I've already customized, I have a lot more issue types available in here. And if we were to pick one of these, you'll notice that the fields change. And some of these fields, like primary category and release dates, these are custom fields that I've created just for that project. Right? Now, just to clarify, in case you're not a listener, the project that I switched to, Based on a True Story, that's the name of my podcast. I mentioned I'm going to be using my personal instance of Jira for this course, and that's what I use my personal instance of Jira for, to manage the podcast. But that is a company-managed project. So customizing that to add in new issue types and new fields, that's done by your Jira administrator. Or if you are the Jira administrator, we're going to look at how to customize that later on in this course. But if we switch back to the team managed project that we created, that means that you don't have to be a Jira administrator to make those sort of customizations, adding in new issue types or fields. Now, before we actually get into how to make those customizations in this section, because I am still logged in as Valerie, there are a couple more things I want to point out when it comes to creating issues. The first is the summary field here is always going to be required. Doesn't matter if it's team managed project, company managed project, the summary field is always required. That is simply because Jira uses it in multiple places. A lot of those views that we looked at previously, so here on the board, that is the summary of the issue. If we go to the issue view, you can see it showed up here, shows up here. The list view, it even says that's the summary right there. So when we create an issue, it's always going to require the summary. Can't change it. That's just always a requirement built into Jira. So let's add in a summary here, something like this. Remember, this is for a podcast app. So there we go. We have our summary. Now, this is the only required field that we have to add, sort of. Depending on your configuration, it is possible to customize Jira to make other fields required. But by default, actually, the only other field that Jira makes required is the reporter. But it also automatically assigns whoever is currently logged in. We can see I'm logged in as Valerie. So it's showing Valerie as the reporter. We can change it if we want to, but it's pretty rare. We don't really have to do that. So we could create this issue at this point. Just click on Create, and there we go. We have the issue that has been created. We've created our second issue in the team managed project. Now, before we wrap up this video, there are still a few things I want to point out about the Create Issue screen, and they are up here at the top right. So at the very top, we have pretty typical things. We can minimize the screen. We can actually exit full screen if we want to make it a little bit smaller. That's easier to type in as we're looking at something else. Or, you can just close out of it if you want, if you don't want to create that issue anymore. But these are really what I want to focus on. This is the watch eye. So the eye icon is to watch. And by default, you're going to be watching an issue when you create it, right? So the issue that we just created up here, we can see that Valerie is watching this issue because she was the one that created it. She was the reporter on the issue, and she was the one that created it. You can change that if you want. If you don't want to be watching the issue, you can disable that, or you can add that back. And watching, basically what that does is that's going to give you notifications up here, as well as email notifications, if that's how your Jira administrator has things set up, for any sort of updates that happen to that issue. So if somebody comments on the issue, if somebody transitions it from, in progress to done, the statuses on the board, then you're going to get an email notification as well as a notification in here of what that update was to that issue. Even if you're not tagged in the comment, you don't have to be tagged in the comment when you're watching an issue in order to get that notification. Next to the eye icon on the create issue screen, we have the three little dots here. And in here, you can customize the fields that you see on the issues for the fields that are available for that issue. So the project administrator has the ability to control what fields are seen. But let's say maybe it's just a lot of visual clutter. We're not really going to be using things like the team, the attachments, flag, linked issues, whatever. We only want to be able to see these, right? And we can't turn off summary, reporter. We learned those are required fields. Now, if we see, you'll notice that we only have those few fields available to us, right? So it's very different than if we go to all fields and we can see how that's changed, right? The fields that we have visible to us. Now, the last thing to mention about this, though, if I go back here and just look at these fields, just so that we can see them all. Team managed projects have project scope entities, as we learned. So all the fields that you see here are the fields that this project administrator, which is Valerie, because we just created the project with her account, those are the fields that Valerie has added to this particular project. So if you still don't see the field that you think you should, well, that means it's either not in the project itself, or the project administrator hasn't configured the field to be on the issue type that you are creating. Because if you recall, as we're looking at creating, right? So it's project, but it's also issue type. So the task here has all these fields, but the epic issue type has different fields: start date, end date, issue color, things like that are different than the task issue type. So if you want to customize that, then you're going to have to either talk to your project administrator, or if you are the project administrator, well, let's hop into the next video and learn how we can customize our team managed projects. See you there.
Are you happy with this training? Make sure to subscribe for more great content. Visit the Simon Says It channel, explore our videos and training sessions, and decide what you want to learn next.